All right, next question is how to tell Google to rank a page with long form content, because without it, it won't be possible. No, that's not true.
No,
you can rank with short form content. I prefer long form content, but you can absolutely brute force and through off page SEO rank for short form content. I just prefer long page because it requires less off page if the content is structured correctly, well written, and it's relevant. Right. That's what I'm talking. So I prefer long form content because it requires less off page to achieve results. But it doesn't mean you can't. Marco's done it millions of times, or dozens and dozens of times. I've done it sometimes where I can rank thin content, but it just requires a lot more off page. So just to be clear about that, he says so let me get back to the question: how to tell Google to rank a page with long form content with two different keywords that are not LSI related, meaning like muscle dog food and digestion dog food. Well, those are related keywords, right?
Yeah.
They're both related keywords because like the overall term I would target in that case would be dog food. And then throughout the long form content, you could target or mention or have, header sections and in summer, descriptions of each different type of dog food that there is. And so those are absolutely related keywords. They're topically relevant to the broader keyword of dog food. Does that make sense? So you could technically target, all the different types of dog food, which I don't know all the different types of dog food, but you could target in long form content. Let's say you had a 3,000 word article that had, 8 different types of dog food on them, described or highlighted within the article itself. Then you could have, and again, we talked about using jump links. I'm not going to get into that, but you could have like a table of content. Anytime I use long form content now, I put the table of contents at the top of with the jump links back down to that section. But then you could, that would be like a dog food category on your site, right? That's a silo. Then you could have supporting articles that would target individual types of dog food that would link to that long form page, that dog food page. And again, that's just standard silo architecture. And the reason I like to use long form content is because in the past, when trying to separate out like dog food as your top level, and then using a complex silo structure, we would end up having, muscle dog food. And I don't know that those, I've never heard of that, but, let's say muscle dog food would be a subcategory and digestion dog food would be another subcategory. Then you add a bunch of width or breadth to your topical category. And then you can add depth, right? Supporting articles to each one of those subcategories. The problem with that is that's a complex silo structure, and it is just what the name implies. It's complex. And so what I've switched my method, the way that I build sites now is I'd use simple silo architecture, which is just top level categories and then supporting articles, and long form content where I used to create subcategories, I compile all of that onto the long form top of silo page and use jump links. And then that way, all I have to do is a simple silo structure with posts that I would, supporting articles as posts, publish as posts that would link up to that top category page, because there is no subcategories, if that makes sense. And I do it that way because it's a much easier site to manage. And so I try to stick with simple silo structure at every chance that I, for every project now, specifically for that. And that's where I found formatting long form content with jump links and headers and that kind of stuff is the way that you can accomplish the same thing that you could with a complex silo structure, but keep your site architecture much easier to manage. So I don't know if that was clear or not. Anybody want to comment on that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where he's getting the long form content information, because that's absolutely false. Without it, it won't be possible to rank in Google. That's not true. You don't even have to have your own content. You can rank an iframe of somebody else's content.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
No, we've done it. We've done it time and again. Yeah. Can you do? Yeah, you can do it, and you can do it for multiple keywords, not just one. And so I don't know where you're getting that information. I'd say either stop listening to whoever's saying this, or it's probably someone who doesn't know how to rank without long form content. It's one or the other, because I don't see how anyone can test the different ways that there are to rank. You can rank an image, you can rank a video. That's not long form. So no, this is absolutely not so. And like Bradley said, dog food is the category, so they're totally semantically related. I mean, they're directly
Yeah.
semantically related, digestion and muscle, when they both have to do with dog food.
So yeah, so and again, I just prefer long form content because it gives me the ability to keep my site structure as a simple silo, and I like that because it's so much easier to manage. It really is. I got just tired of banging my head against the wall trying to figure out how to manage complex silo sites. They're just a pain in the ass.